From Olympic-level dominance to rising talent, this video compares two 200-meter races. See how Gabby Thomas controlled an elite field and how Kaddari dominated with pure technique.
Making ever to run under 49 seconds, and again a pretty decent 200-meter runner, but this is not her main event. Same for Alexis Holmes. Her top 9 times out of her top 10 were all set in 2024, so an improving athlete. 25-year-old, as I said, come over after the World Indoor Championships in China. Well, Paulino, who moved to the 400, I guess probably in around about 2020, and has dominated that event, certainly last year. Talitha Diggs in lane 2. And then Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica. Fresh from a new indoor 400 personal best. Lane 1 maybe tough in this 200 then. Hansen, what we're looking for here?
Well, Paulino needs to at least come out of here with at least 5 points, because obviously to win you get a little boost with the 12 points to win the deuce. Gabby and Dina are really going to be battling for that, and I think that they know that they're going to have a good chance at that 100K if they jump out in front with the points in this early race. Spoke to Dina like yesterday, and Dina actually said that she's really focused on that 4. Very confident about her too. So that 400 is going to be something special when she gets out there.
Dina Asher-Smith in lane 8. Gabby Thomas, Olympic champion, in 7. Safety away first time. Asher-Smith got out pretty good. Naser just got left a little bit. You'd expect that by the 2 sprinters on the outside. But it's Gabby Thomas around the top end, who's just got half a meter on Dina Asher-Smith. And Thomas normally starts to go away from this point. Naser running well in 3rd at the moment. And then there's a battle with Paulino charging down the last 30-40, but it's going to be Gabby Thomas. Asher-Smith might just hang on here. It's Gabby Thomas, but Paulino with a real surge, taking 2nd place, and that will be really, really significant. We expected Gabby Thomas to come away with a win, 22.62 in these conditions. That's pretty swift, that's pretty good. But Paulino, that is significant. You get 12 points for winning, you get 8 points for 2nd. But when we cast this forward to the 400 tomorrow and the possible result there, let's say the possible result, that is significant for Paulino.
Nah, it's absolutely significant, because she's obviously going to do her thing in the 4. For her to come 2nd, I didn't expect that, man. Gabby getting 1st place obviously makes sense. She's the Olympic champion, but for Paulino to come out of there with those extra points, she's going to end up having a good chance at that 100K.
Dina always runs a pretty good turn, transition at the home straight here. Gabby Thomas just moved away, just got that gap, and it looked as though Dina was rallying again here.
You know what, Gabby ran a much better turn than I expected. She's tall. You don't expect the taller sprinters to have such a good turn, but she's efficient. And once she gets on the straightaway and lets those limbs go, I mean, she's really, really hard to beat. I expected it to be a lot tighter with her, Dina. And that wasn't the case, but Paulino coming 2nd in that race, I think, is the big story.
Well, and so much hype has been on Gabby Thomas since the Olympics, and then since she announced early on that she was going to be running this series of Grand Slams. So look at that huge smile. She must feel really good breaking the tape.
You know what?
Check the result there, 22.62, as I mentioned, 22.
On your marks.
The women's 200 meters across these two races reveals a compelling contrast between established world-class dominance and the emergence of rising talent asserting control on a different stage. On one side stands Gabby Thomas, an Olympic champion reaffirming her authority against elite international competition in Kingston. On the other, Italy's Dalia Kaddari delivers a technically brilliant and commanding performance at the FISU World University Games, showcasing precision and race intelligence that signals her growing presence in global sprinting. At the Grand Slam track series in Kingston, Gabby Thomas produced a performance that immediately set the tone for the season. Running from lane 7, she attacked the curve with aggression and confidence, quickly making up the stagger and putting pressure on the field before they even entered the home straight. Her winning time of 22.62 seconds was not just a season opener, it was a statement. Against a lineup that included Dina Asher-Smith, Salwa Eid Naser, and Marileidy Paulino, Thomas demonstrated why she remains one of the most complete 200-meter runners in the world. What stood out most in Thomas's race was her balance between power and control. Her curve running was sharp and efficient, allowing her to build speed without losing form. By the time she exited the bend, the race was effectively decided. Behind her, Marileidy Paulino delivered an impressive performance to take second in 22.93 seconds, highlighting her versatility as primarily a 400-meter specialist. Meanwhile, Asher-Smith and Naser added depth to the field, but neither could match Thomas's level on the day. This race illustrated the gap that can exist at the highest level when an elite athlete executes every phase to near perfection. In contrast, the FISU World University Games race offered a different kind of dominance, one rooted in technical excellence and controlled execution. Dalia Kaddari, running from lane 3, approached the race with composure rather than explosive aggression. Her start was clean, and while not the fastest out of the blocks, it was efficient enough to set up the rest of her race. The key difference came in her transition into the curve, where she displayed outstanding mechanics. Kaddari's ability to maintain posture, rhythm, and stride efficiency through the bend allowed her to gradually build momentum without appearing to strain. Unlike Thomas's more forceful approach, Kaddari's run was defined by smoothness and consistency. By the midpoint of the curve, she had already begun to close the stagger on competitors in outer lanes, signaling her control over the race. As the athletes moved into the home straight, the contrast between Kaddari and her closest challenger, Anastasia Luchandre George, became clear. While George had shown strong early acceleration, Kaddari's superior curve execution and energy distribution gave her the advantage. She maintained her form and cadence in the final meters, ensuring there was no opportunity for a late challenge. Comparing these two performances highlights different pathways to dominance in the 200 meters. Gabby Thomas represents the pinnacle of elite sprinting, where power, experience, and refined technique combine to overwhelm even the strongest fields. Her race in Kingston was about asserting superiority against proven global competitors, using her strengths to eliminate any doubt about the outcome early on. Dalia Kaddari's performance, meanwhile, emphasizes the importance of technical mastery and race discipline. Competing in a university-level championship does not diminish the quality of execution she displayed. Instead, it underscores how developing athletes can control races through efficiency and intelligent pacing rather than sheer force. Another key difference lies in the competitive context. Thomas faced a field filled with established stars, where every athlete had the capability to challenge for victory. Kaddari, while still competing against strong opposition, operated in an environment where precision and consistency could create decisive separation. This does not lessen her achievement, but rather highlights the different demands placed on athletes at various stages of their careers. Ultimately, these two races together showcase the full spectrum of the women's 200 meters. From Gabby Thomas's commanding high-pressure performance on a major stage to Dalia Kaddari's technically refined victory at the university level, both runs demonstrate what it takes to dominate in this event. Whether through explosive power or controlled efficiency, success in the 200 meters always comes down to mastering the curve, managing energy, and executing each phase with purpose.